We lit. Okay, hey man, look. So basically, the gist, the point is this: Candace Owens was talking to this other man. Let's talk. Let's watch this shit. Come on, hold on. We're gonna go and watch this. Fuck that. Hold on.
Only one sex can get pregnant.
Nah, hold up. Run that shit back. Fuck that. Run it back.
And get pregnant.
Depends.
Hold on.
I know.
And get pregnant.
Depends. I know.
What does it depend on?
I know trans.
Can a man get pregnant? This is what they arguing about. This shit is only 25 seconds long.
And get pregnant.
Depends. I know.
What does it depend on?
I know trans men that can get pregnant.
That means it's a woman. Only one sex can get pregnant.
That's a circular argument. That's
not a circular argument. Yeah. It's proving my thing. There is a truth, a concrete truth. You have to be born with a uterus to have a baby. Only women can get pregnant. The fact that we've arrived in a society where
that's the part I'm disagreeing with. That's the part I'm disagreeing with.
There's nothing to disagree with it. These are facts. So you can say that this person who is pregnant can get pregnant.
Hey man, look, see that little shit right there. The whole reason I started this and wanted to make this motherfucking video was strictly because this shit right here did something to my insides. Hey, let me move this chat over here. This shit right here did something to my motherfucking to my internal organs. And when I say it did something to me, I mean this in the best way possible. This was wild as fuck. Just off of the basis that this is considered profound conversation. This is like the highest of shit. To have this conversation, this right here between fucking Candace Owens and whoever the hell he is, this is like, this is what we talking about in America. This is like, yeah, man, you are fucking, if you say the right shit about this topic, you are like fucking, oh my God, you're a fucking genius. These are the questions. When people talk about having conversations that need to be had, this is what we talk about. These are the conversations that need to be had, and I don't fucking understand why. Because bro, we arguing semantics. God damn. We are arguing semantics. Candace Owens is saying, listen, watch this shit, man. This shit fucking with me, cause I'm finna end this whole conversation, cause this shit ain't nothing that matter to me. But we finna end this, and then I'm gonna get y'all into a real profound conversation. Some shit that's actually gonna benefit you. The people that agree with him, the people that agree with Candace Owens, I'm gonna show you how to tie the knot on all this extra stupid shit. But listen to this.
Get pregnant.
Okay, hold on. Wait. What'd she say? She said, can men get pregnant? Okay.
And get pregnant.
Depends.
And he said it depends.
I know.
What does it depend on?
What does it depend on?
That can get pregnant.
That means
I know trans men that can get pregnant.
it's a woman.
That means it's a woman. We right there. The fuck is we talking about? We arguing off of what the fuck makes gas blow up. You put this and this together, bro, you gonna get a fucking child. I don't care if you take the fucking peen and you take the puss and you dress them bitches up like a pot of flour and a hot flame and you put them together. Nature doesn't give a fuck what it look like. Nature don't give a fuck if you call it this or that. See, they arguing about semantics. She want him to call the thing with the hole a woman, and he want her to say that, well, the thing with the hole is a man if it's dressed up like a man. We arguing about shit that's completely irrelevant in the terms of what really is. All that matters, it doesn't matter what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. Dress how you want to dress. Fuck who you want to fuck. Shove what you want to shove. Like what you want to like. I could stop being called a man or a black person. I can identify as computer screen. But guess what? If computer screen, fuck that over there, they gonna get a baby. Well, we might not want to call it a baby. We might call babies dirt, and I might call my girl light bulb. So if computer screen fuck light bulb, we get dirt. Hey, you can sit here. We can sit here and fuck up the whole purpose of language in the first place, which is to help us collectively identify shit in nature that exists whether we live or not. Because whether you live or die, whether you humans exist or don't, fire, what you call fire and what you call natural gas, when you put them together, they're gonna do the same shit. It doesn't matter. Nature don't need us to identify shit to react in certain ways. A nuclear reaction is gonna happen even if you ain't here to call it a nuclear reaction. Whether you can ever see a star blow up, the same science is gonna happen 24/7. The problem is we having a fucking problem agreeing on how to fucking maneuver through the shit. Why are we having that problem? Now let's get into a real conversation that's actually going to fucking benefit us. For one, let me answer this question. Can a man get pregnant? That's a stupid ass question to be asking. The point is, do you know how to make a baby? That's it. That's the best question. Can a man get pregnant? Can a woman get pregnant? Fam, fuck all that. Do you know how to make a baby? And if you know how to make a baby, I don't need to talk to you about nothing else. You can call it a book. Can a book get pregnant? Well, if it got a hole, yeah. That shit don't matter. Like, that shit literally doesn't matter. But the reason why, as long as you know how to make a baby, that's all that matters. But the reason why we think that this shit matters, let's get into the real conversation. Why are people doing everything that they doing in their life? So they can feel some shit. Motherfuckers ain't cutting off they fucking shit and getting money, getting bitches, getting cars, cutting off their titties. Motherfuckers ain't doing that shit because that's what they want to do. People are doing this type of shit. People are doing everything in their life. Getting jobs, getting money, having babies, having kids, fucking bitches, getting cars, cutting off their dick, sewing up their puss, doing all of this, not because they want to, but because they think that they have to do that to feel good within themselves. We have totally created a fucking society that is hell-bent on believing from this motherfucker right here, Candace Owens, to the other dude on the other side of this damn table, to goddamn the most intellectual people, the smartest motherfuckers, the therapists, the doctors, the psychiatrists, the fucking nurses, the lawyers, the judges, the rich people, the poor people, the broke motherfuckers, the smartest people in the land and the dumbest people in the land of America, of the United States. We have all come to adopt this one circular agreement that in order to do something within yourself, you have to fucking, in order to do something within yourself, you have to fucking, you got to do something out there. If you are unhappy, we all know human experience happens in here. So if you are unhappy, you're unhappy in here. You are unhappy with yourself. Because if I take your unhappy ass and I take you somewhere by yourself where there's nobody around, there's nothing and there's no one, and you still gonna be unhappy and the only person here is you. So if you're unhappy and you're alone, that literally means there's some shit you're doing that you don't know. And we have convinced people into thinking that when you're unhappy in here, you gotta go get some money. That'll fix it. You gotta fuck a bitch. That'll fix it. Get you a car. That'll fix it. We don't even understand that these things that we have don't make us happy. We get happy. You get happy. The problem is you don't know that. So you think that when somebody put $1 million in my face, the $1 million made me happy, objectively. Meaning that just like fire will burn your hand, no matter what you believe in, where you live, what you think, what color you is, what you identify with, fire does not give a fuck about none of that shit. If you put your flesh in a flame, it is going to melt off your fucking skin, period. I don't care who you are, where you go, what you believe, what part of the world you in. If you light a fire and put your hand in it, your ass is fucking going to get burned. That is called, now that is an objective goddamn experience, unless you got a glove on or something. That is how people are treating, that is how we as a society are treating shit like money, for example, or hormone treatment. Or transgender shit. We're treating this shit like it's an objective fix to shit. Money makes you happy. That's crazy. Money is good to have, but it don't make you happy. So you telling me if money just objectively makes you happy, if I kidnap a bitch, your girlfriend, if I kidnap this bitch and I take her ass in the woods, beat her the fuck up, chain her up for 30 days and barely feed her, starve this bitch the fuck out, she is completely unhappy than a bitch. And I just, after starving this hoe and whooping her ass, I bring her $1 million. She just gonna whoop, all that sad just go away. You feel that's what's gonna happen? That's what's gonna happen? All of it just go away. Just like a fire burns anybody that gets caught in flames, money just could fix any, like I could kidnap you, starve you, fuck, I'm talking about take your kids' innocence in front of you, make you watch, oh my God, I could ruin your whole experience. And if I put $1 million in front of you, all the suffering just ends right there. That's it. Is that how the fuck, is that what you mean? Because when people say money buy happiness, that's what the fuck I'm hearing. It don't work like that. But the reason people think that is because of how they've come to see their life. Material life does not fucking create there is nothing on the outside of you. Who is that? Oh, my boy Jeremy just followed on Facebook. You get what I'm saying? It don't work like that. When somebody give you $1 million, it don't make you happy. You get happy. But the reason you think it made you happy is because you are not in conscious control. You are not consciously conducting the get. The get is happening in response to everything around you. You aren't seeing the world and saying, oh, look at that. Huh, how do I want to feel? I see that. Now I see it within myself on the screen of my mind. Because when you look at the world, how do you experience life? Within yourself, right? Light from the world hits your eyes and an image is created within yourself on the screen of your mind or whatever, however you want to look at it. When you look at the world around you, this shit is happening within you, fam. It's within you. So when something happens in front of me and I now hold that within myself, how I hold that is what's going to determine my experience. But if you are unable to hold how your experience, the things that you witness in the world, if you are unable to hold them the way you want within yourself, you will go around saying that you made me mad. No, that's not what happened. What happened was you did some shit in front of me and I was unable to experience that and remain joyful. You got nasty in front of me and I was unable to remain joyful in the face of your nastiness. So because I am unaware that I am unconsciously becoming angry, something had to make me mad. But because I'm not aware of the fact that I am able to do it myself, I now have to blame it on somebody. And since I don't know it's me doing it, I'm gonna blame it on you. I'm gonna say you made me mad, or I'm unhappy because I don't got money, or I'm unhappy because I got a fucking dick, or I'm unhappy because I really want to be a dude. Or what is a woman, fam? Is a woman something that play with fucking toys? You think cause a bitch wear dresses, that's what you think? A woman is literally how we define the thing that can get pregnant. The thing with the hole. That's it. That's all that is. And it's not a woman. It's just what it is. It's just life. Life just is. It doesn't have a definition. Life does not have a direct definition. Life is what it is. But because we're humans, we go around labeling shit and think that our labels for shit is what it is. You can call a man a speaker. You can call a woman a bird. You get me? What'd you say? We get it, bro. What you mean men can get pregnant? Oh, he must just got up in here. I appreciate the super chat though, but nah, I never said a man could get pregnant. I never said a man could get pregnant. But depending on, if you didn't see this video, depending on what you think a man is, you know what I'm saying? Technically, a man can get pregnant, because if you are a motherfucker born with a hole, but you identify and now label yourself as a man, then semantically, yes, a man got pregnant. But you see what I'm saying? We are arguing semantics is useless. That shit don't matter. So nah, I never said a man could get pregnant. It's question marks behind the title. If you look at the title of this stream, like men can get pregnant? Question mark, huh? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, but nah, bro, that shit is useless. That whole understanding, that whole reason we having these conversations is because we think that it'll stop some young kid from suffering. Suffering is strictly done by yourself. Nothing can make you suffer. Pain is normal when damage is done to the body. If I punch you in the fucking head, you gonna feel some pain for sure. But if you suffer me punching you in the head, I didn't do that. You can have a cut on your finger and be perfectly fine. But then when you look at it, Then all of a sudden it starts to hurt way worse because you are unable to have. You ever heard of people who say I got cut or I got hit or I hurt myself and it didn't start hurting until I noticed it? Because when they were unaware of it, there was no potential for them to suffer something that they didn't even know that was outside of their perception. What'd he say? You get what I'm saying? But when a motherfucker recognize that they got a cut, that's when they start suffering because now they're unable to navigate the pain without enhancing it within their mental body. What'd he say? He said, boy, hell nah, you can't claim you a cat and become one. See, that's not, I'm not saying that shit don't, what I'm saying is that shit don't matter. Neither side of that shit. What he's saying men can get pregnant. She's saying only women can get pregnant. That's a stupid ass conversation to have. The only thing that matters is, do you know how to make a baby? That's it. If a motherfucker knows how to see life for what it is before them, they won't get caught up in this game of how to see it in order to survive. That shit don't matter. When you think life is what, if I grow up thinking that a man and a woman is a real fucking thing, then of course this conversation fucks with me and confuses the fuck out of me. But when I grow up seeing life how it is, which is how I have, I don't give a fuck what nobody calls nothing. Because at the end of the day, there's something you cannot dispute. You put this and this together, you gonna get one thing. That's the truth. That's the truth. Man and woman ain't a fucking truth. Because those are words. We made words. We made everything, we label everything as we invented that shit. That's not a truth. That is some shit, all of it. This whole thing is some shit we made. That's not truth. Truth is something that has always existed beyond anything. You put this and this together, you gonna get this. I don't give a fuck if it's a dog, a cat, a bird. You put this and this together, you get an explosion, fire. You put this and this together, you get diamonds. You put this and this together, you get a nuclear bomb. You put this and this together, you get a baby. You put this and this together, you get a computer. The point is, this entire existence has a memory within itself. And this memory is never forgetting, because we can go to the fucking moon 100,000 times off the same mathematics. I can start a fire using the same logic every time. When it's 30 degrees outside, as long as it's 30 degrees, there's certain shit I have to do to start a fire. There's always gonna be this, always gonna be like that. That's all I'm saying. When we get caught up in these conversations of semantics, and then not only are we having the semantic conversations for reasons that are fucking completely impossible, like making people happier, because, you know, if we tell people that men can get pregnant, if we convince somebody that this is a man, and then we tell them that they can get pregnant, they will in turn feel like they can go be that, and then that'll help them be happy within themselves, and that'll in turn stop the unaliving of trans people and the arguing of straight people. Man, you see this shit all fucked up. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We having conversations about how to handle some shit, and we are digging holes that are deep as fuck because none of the people having these conversations then truly really learned how to actually be human and live their life for real, for real. You get what I'm saying? That's the whole point that I'm making. The conversation in itself is ignorant. This is not a profound conversation. I don't give a fuck what side you on. If you say only women can get pregnant because you under the impression that the thing with the hole is called a woman, that shit is not profound. And if you under the impression that, well, men can get pregnant too because you under the impression that, well, you know, we created the words man and woman. Okay, well, bitch, let me get in there. A book can get pregnant. Am I wrong or right? Answer that question. That's a real question, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how this conversation does nothing for the well-being of a human being within themselves. This does not show people how to live better within themselves. Can a book get pregnant? A book, you know, a book like a fucking, if we still under the agreement, if word, you know, we all made up every word that exists. So can a book get pregnant, right? Huh? If, you know, it's the same conversation. This shit does nothing. Because if my girlfriend stopped going from, if she stopped calling herself a woman and start calling herself a book, I mean, technically a book can get pregnant, but what the fuck? You get what I'm saying? That shit don't make sense. Because we arguing about what level of society, what social constructs we agree on. If society all stopped agreeing that books was called books and we call books dirt and women now are books. Now books get pregnant and dirt is writing. Now you can write on dirt and fuck a book. That shit, you see? But at the end of the day, whether we, even if we come to a point where we all agree, it doesn't fucking matter at all. It means nothing. It does nothing. Because it's a conversation about fucking what's it? Let me see. I just don't understand why things are going like way, if that makes sense. Most people are talking about genders, etc., but when we should be asking what is happening in the world right now, I could be a conspiracy theory. I get it. Yeah, man. Like that shit don't matter. Like it's useless. Can we have a conversation about why people feel like in order to be joyful within themselves, they feel like they have to go out in the world and do something? In order to be joyful within yourself, you feel like you need to, I gotta get money. I gotta cut off my meat. I gotta sew up my cooch. Gotta cut off my titties. I gotta go fuck a bitch. I gotta get a car. Yeah, I gotta go find a purpose in life to be joyful. I can't, no. In order to be joyful, I have to do something out here. In order to fix what's happening in here, I gotta go out there and do something out here somewhere. That's a real fucking conversation. This shit don't mean a goddamn thing. This conversation only helps people become more joyful under the sky as long as all parties involved agree that living unconsciously and unconsciously conducting yourself, aka allowing the world around you to elicit emotions within yourself. Only way these types of conversations like can a man get pregnant, what's a woman, and all that shit, the only way these conversations help the well-being of individuals is if all the people arguing and everybody on both sides is in agreement that in order to do something in here, you gotta fix something out there. As long as him and her and everybody on both sides agrees that things can make you happy, things can make you sad. If you get fired from your job, it is inherently natural that you lose your fucking mind. Unless we all agree on that, that's the only way these types of conversations are considered profound. But they not. That's all I'm saying, man. That's my whole point. This shit look like top dollar shit. This shit seems like this is the most intellectual and profound shit under the only if we all think that this shit ain't gonna make nobody happy. I promise you it's not. This shit ain't gonna make nobody happy. It's gonna make a motherfucker, this shit, somebody that's gonna see this shit and allow this to make them happy. Like that shit is crazy. Send me a link to join, fam. Let's have a real convo. I don't know how to do that, bro. I really don't. I be seeing people do that shit, but I don't know how to do it. I just stream this because I'm filming a video right now. But in the future, I am working on learning how to do that shit because I want to be able to like have motherfuckers can like, you know, I want to connect my Discord because I got a Discord, but I want to connect my Discord to this shit so people can just get in voice chat on the Discord, and then y'all can just be in the VC, and then motherfuckers can like talk. You know, you can talk on your phone to me, but your voice will be on the stream. So I'm gonna work that shit out, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do it right now, and I'm streaming this for a video. Hell yeah, I got a Discord. I'm gonna put it in the description of this video when I post it. When I post this, cause I'm recording this right now, and as soon as I get off, I'm gonna take the record and upload it on YouTube, and then I'm gonna put the Discord in the description. So I got y'all. So keep that in mind. I'm definitely gonna do that shit. But look, bro, that's all I'm saying, man. I'm not like this. My whole point of bringing this up is not to have this conversation, cause this shit is useless. This shit does nothing. It does nothing. Like we arguing around a fucking circle. Candace Owens says only a woman can get pregnant because she describes a woman as the thing with the hole. He say a man can get pregnant because he is saying that, well, my girlfriend got a hole, but she could label herself as a man, and technically a man still gets pregnant. But then that begs the question, who determines what these labels are? Doesn't the whole society have to mutually agree? Because if half the society call a woman, the thing with the hole, a woman, and the other half call the thing with the hole a man because it looked like because it got hair and a beard and shit, then that makes us have to ask, what the fuck is a man or a woman? What defines a woman? Can you be a woman because you got a dress, because you got a hole, because you like to play with dolls? Or does it make you a man because you got a beard, because you got a deep voice, because you got a haircut? Like what the? And once again, none of these conversations do anything for the well-being of the individuals. It just allows us to continue, because now we're trying to understand ourselves in more profound ways using intellectual knowledge, and that shit does not work at all, because the intellect can only look at life in halves. The intellect can only dissect shit. You know how many times we could cut this shit down? You know, I could just, oh, well, what is a woman and what is a man? Oh, it's this and this. Well, what is this and this? We could do this shit all day until we end up like every motherfucking genius that has ever lived. The scientists of the past, the psychologists of the past, all the greatest minds in the world. You know why they went fucking crazy? Because they were trying to understand every aspect of life. Life is not just physical reality that we see. Life goes beyond that. There's aspects of life that are not physical, that are non-physical, but not they are not physical, but they are not non-physical. You get me? They are not corporeal, but they are also not incorporeal. It is neither physical nor non-physical. You cannot understand these aspects of life that go beyond your body and your five senses using the intellectual mind. It doesn't work like that. But we're trying to understand the whole of existence using a small shit of a picture. We trying to use this little shit we got right here to understand all this outside of it. That don't make sense. So, and until we realize that these conversations, they just gonna get deeper and deeper. One day we're gonna be arguing about one day we're gonna be arguing about shit that makes no sense. The reason why this is a conversation, the shit all started from pronouns and shit, because somebody felt like their joy and happiness was dependent on another person calling them some shit that they wanted. Somebody was unable to be joyful even when the world around you doesn't live how you want, doesn't say what you want. And that go for straight people and LGBT people. Motherfuckers are unable to be joyful no matter what happens around them. So what happens is somebody says, in order for me to be happy, you gotta call me a she, right? So when that doesn't go the way you want it to go, now other people who feel that way, because the whole society feels like the world around can determine how you feel. So now when the rest of the world, when you get another few million people that agree with that, now we're all arguing this, hey, respect my pronouns so that you don't affect my anxiety or my depression or hurt my joy or stop my joy within myself. But that's a flawed statement in itself. We're trying to make a perfect world out of an unconscious world. We're trying to create a loving and compassionate planet while remaining unconscious. It doesn't work like that. You can't have a bunch of people driving on the road completely unconscious of what the fuck is going on and expect to have a society where people follow the road. You get a couple of accidents here and there. You know, when you get on the road, you don't see people wrecking everywhere. You might see a few wrecks, but for the most part, everybody driving. They might be swerving a little, but you know, shit ain't too wild. But if the highway was an exact representation of society we have, the way people are within themselves, it would be like driving on the road right now and there's never a car on the road because everybody, motherfuckers, every car you see is doing 100, flipping, turning, going up a tree. Nobody stopping at stop signs. Nobody is fucking, you get what I'm saying? It would be like that. We're trying to turn a world where people are unconsciously hitting the gas, hitting the brakes, running, flipping the car, turning the wheel, hitting all the buttons. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing in their vehicle. They're just unconsciously doing shit, and everybody's doing that. And we're trying to allow people to still live like that, but also make a society where driving safe is considered normal. That don't work like that. In order for that to happen, you would have to start a new narrative so that the people, that the new drivers coming up, learn that to wreck your car doesn't make you a good driver. It doesn't make you a good driver to keep crashing this bitch. Well, that's how we look at being human. What does it mean to be human? Oh man, if I be happy for 7 days straight, I have to wake up on at least one of those days and be depressed. It's not human if I don't. Lord forbid you go 5 days being happy. That's too much. I've been happy too many days. Today I gotta get sad at least one time today so I can be human. Fuck is that? The fuck is that? What? That don't even make sense. That makes no fucking sense at all. But that's like saying, man, I ain't had a car accident in 2 years. Man, I gotta wreck this bitch in order to be a good driver. I gotta have an accident at least one time today for I can't be a good driver just never wrecking this motherfucker. For I've been driving my car for 6 years and ain't never hit nothing. That's not being a good driver. That's called suppressing your fucking driving abilities. I gotta flip this motherfucker and do, you get me? That don't make sense at all. That's crazy. That shit is crazy. This conversation right here made no sense. Like this conversation is useless. This conversation, fucking books, money, cars, clothes, bitches, philosophy, beliefs, none of that shit can make you happy. The only way you can experience your life the way you want. How do you want to experience your life? You want to be joyful, bro. You want to wake up and be joyful. No matter what life throws at you. It's like getting on a roller coaster. You want to be happy when it's up, happy when it's diving, happy when it loop-the-loop, happy when it turn, happy when it stop. Same thing with your life. You want to be happy every step of the way. The problem isn't that it's not possible. The problem is you don't know how to do it. And you don't know not one other person that know how to do it. Matter of fact, the last 1,000 people you have met face to face in your life, none of them have known how to do it. That shit makes no sense. So now we live in a world where we don't even think that that's being human. If I tell you I've been happy for 30 days and I ain't been mad, angry, stressed, depressed or nothing, you ain't gonna look at me. The car insurance company will look at me and say, boy, you ain't had a wreck in 30 days? Boy, look at you. Here goes some more money. But if I tell you I ain't had a wreck within myself because I ain't been angry, sad, depressed, stressed, or none of that. I ain't been depressed in 30 days. You'll look at me and say, oh, you ain't human. You doing something wrong. What the fuck? That is how we have come to see that's how we have come to see ourselves. That's how the kids see themselves. That's how the adults see themselves. That's how the old motherfuckers see themselves. That's how the smart people see themselves. That's how the stupid people see themselves. Everybody sees the world like this. How the fuck do you tell a bunch of motherfuckers who don't even know how to live that who all live the same, but none of them know how to live, that they living in ways that hurts them? Yeah, majority rule. So everybody else think money buy happiness. So when my dumb ass come along and say, hey bro, money don't make you happy. When you get money, you just get happy. It doesn't make you happy. You unconscious. The question isn't, do things around you make you happy? The question is, are you unconsciously getting this way? Because you do everything inside of yourself, whether you know how you do it or not. Everything in you, everything that happens in here, in terms of your emotions, your thoughts, your energies, you're doing everything. The question isn't, are you doing it? The question is, are you doing it unconsciously or on purpose? Are you doing the shit and not knowing that you're doing it? Or are you doing it and you fully know that you're doing it? When you get angry, are you getting angry and you know that you're getting angry, or are you getting angry because something else happened and it's like a reaction? Shit crazy. And that understanding of what it means to be human is the reason why conversations like this shit right here. Can a man get pregnant? Nah, only a woman can get pregnant. No. Trans men can get pregnant. These conversations are considered the most intellectual thing in the world. They are the most profound. This is the shit we need to be talking about. What the fuck? Why? No, fuck that. We don't need to talk about why people feel like to feel good, they gotta get money, cars, clothes, bitches. They gotta have a job. Or if he don't got a job, he feel like less of a person. If she ain't got $1 million, she feel like less of a bitch. If he don't cut his dick off, he feel like less of a fuck. He can't be happy. This person can't be happy unless they take hormones. This person can't be happy unless they cut off some shit. This person can't be happy unless they go get money. Why does the key to all your happiness is out here? It's out here somewhere. It's either your clothes, your body, your money, your bitch. Why does something that happens inside of you, why are we trying to pretend like something that happens inside of you can only be fixed out there? That don't make no fucking sense. Your house is burning down, but instead of putting out the fire, you gotta go cross. No, I'm gonna just go run and I'm gonna fuck this bitch cross town. That'll fix the house fire. You burning down on the inside, but instead of going inside the fire to fix the fire, you driving a Maserati down the street thinking that it's all good. Fam, your house gonna burn down. When you come back, it ain't gonna be shit. That's why rich people, I'm gonna use rich people. They are a wonderful example. Motherfuckers distract themselves. The money don't make you happy. It just distracts you. You are unconsciously happy because you got the money. You didn't get better as a person, because if I take all your money away from you, you're gonna go back to the same person. If you are miserable and you are poor, and I give you $1 million and you stay happy for 10 years, because I give you $1 million every year. Let's say I take away all your money on year 10. You have nothing now. I've seen you back where you came from. If you really changed, that means you won't be poor this time and be miserable. You'll handle your poverty different this time. No. If the money is what made you happy, as soon as I take it away, bitch, you gonna go back to being miserable again, because you never really changed. You just distracted yourself and deluded yourself into thinking you got better. You think the money made you happy, but you really just distracted. Soon as you get 80 years old and you get sick of this shit, you done bought every car in the world, fucked every bitch. You realize puss feel the same all around the world. You done had every house. You done bought everything money could buy. That's when you get ready to jump off a fucking bridge. That's when the rich people start to feel like they don't even care about it no more. They start planting gardens and shit. They start moving to fucking the woods in Asia. They leave all their money behind and they either off themselves or they go do other shit. Because you can delude yourself, but it only lasts for so long. And that's not what I'm trying to give y'all. I'm not trying to give y'all mediocre ass conversations like this to trick you into thinking that this is really how you should be moving. That makes no, talk about logic. It makes no logical sense at all. In no capacity. Money and shit, it's all good to have. It's fun. It's a game. This is all a big fucking game. But if you want to do anything in terms of yourself, you gotta go in here. Yeah, man. Okay, you miserable and you think in order to be happy, you gotta cut off your meat and get hormone treatment. Okay, cool. Do it. And then let's say you live your life, as a woman for 40 years. And then all of a sudden I snap my fingers and I put your dick back on. You still gonna be able to be happy? Was your happiness really happening from in here? Or was it only based off the world around you? Was you only happy because life changed around you? Or were you happy because you were consciously able to live like this? I don't want people to unconsciously live. I don't want you to change how you live. If you want to cut off your meat, I want you to do it consciously. I don't want you to go get money because you need money to be happy. No, I want you to be happy and go get the money extra. I want you to be able to be joyful first, then go get the car. Don't get the car to be happy. Be happy, then get the car. Don't cut off your meat and take hormones to be happy. Be happy first, then if you still want to go cut your shit off and get hormone therapy, do it. Don't fuck the bitch to be happy. Be happy first, and if you want to go fuck a bitch, go do it. I don't want to change how you want to live your life. I just want you to be doing the shit consciously. But that ain't how we living. We got motherfuckers going through trans therapy and shit like, oh my boy, thanks for the super chat. What'd he say? Hey Farod, my first time watching one of your streams. Love the content you bring, man. Thank you so much, bro. I'm happy. I'm finna post this video. On YouTube too as soon as I get done. So y'all can rewatch this in case y'all missed any of it. Blanco, man, my bad. I seen your shit. You say, you motherfucker. I was wondering where you were, G. But look, that's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not trying to tell people how to live their life. I'm trying to make sure that you living this, that you doing what you doing for the right reasons. I don't want you to be not the right reasons. That sound crazy. I don't even, they're right and wrong. Anyway, I want you to be doing what you doing for the sake of just doing it. The people are doing things so that they can be some shit. But that's the opposite of what a human being is. You are called a human being because you are supposed to be in order to do. I'm supposed to be joyful and then go do stuff as an expression of my joy. I'm not supposed to fucking do stuff in the world so that I can go be joyful. Well, I gotta go fuck these hoes and get this money so I can be happy. Hell yeah. No, I'm supposed to be joyful, and fucking these hoes and getting this money should be an expression of what's happening within here. Because regardless of whether you believe that or not, that's what's happening. Everything you do in your life is an expression of what's happening inside of you. So when I see people say they need money to feel happy, you're telling me what's happening inside of you. And you don't even know. You might try to hide that shit and be real intellectual, real dog, real nigga shit. You might try all that. But at the baseline, you basically letting me know that you are unconsciously living. Everybody's entitled to the pursuit of happiness. That is the fuck. That shit is in the Constitution. That shit is literally in the American Constitution. We are, the foundation of this country is built off of doing shit out here so you can feel some shit in here. Damn. Yeah, man. Yeah, we ain't gonna stop this shit in our lifetime. I'm gonna keep telling this shit. I'm gonna keep spreading this shit. I'm gonna keep bringing people to yoga. I'm gonna keep giving people the exercises that I do. Cause I don't just talk this shit. I give people things to do. Go home and do this for 60 days and then come holler at me. And motherfuckers always come back and holler at me and be like, oh, damn, bro, that shit worked. Yes, the fuck, duh. Like, come on, man. But this shit is in the Constitution, bro. The pursuit of happiness. How in the fuck do I have to go find some shit that's happening in here? Your joy happens in here. Your anger happens in here. Your fucking depression happens in here. The pursuit of anything. How the fuck are you trying to find joy happens in here? Why is you out there looking for it? When you get happy in here. Why the fuck are you looking behind a rock? Why are you trying to find that shit in a Bugatti? Why are you looking for your happiness under a pile of money? Why are you looking for joy under the surgical needle of a doctor? Why are you looking for joy in pills and hormone therapy? I know why. It's not your fault, because you did the things that I'm telling you. It's 350 million people in America. Not one of them motherfuckers done said this shit to you, possibly in your life, and I get it. It's not your fault, but I'm here to tell you that that ain't the case. Half the people that's out there in the world running this country don't know none of this shit that I'm saying. They ain't never had these conversations, let alone heard any of this shit like this. And if they have, it came from a motherfucker that said a piece of truth, and then it was filled by a bunch of bullshit. It's like everybody sound like Charleston White. They'll say some one thing that's some real shit, and then they be stacked up with a bunch of fuck shit. So you might have a westernized spiritual motherfucker come to you and say, yeah, man, you know, we're all one, bro. And I don't want to give my power to the world. You feel me? That's kind of some real shit. You probably had him. You had him on the ropes. You had him on the ropes. That politician you was talking to, your mama, your grandma, you probably had him. You almost had him. And right on top of that shit, you start talking about fucking, you know, man, because you're made out of angels and reincarnation. Not saying reincarnation ain't real, but I will never talk about nothing I have never experienced. People are reading books and quoting that shit. They ain't really experiencing this shit. My experience of life through my eyes, how I talk to y'all, this shit is not things that I've read. This is my life experience. I don't even feel my own body when I fucking sit down and close my eyes. There's a whole loss between Joe. There's a whole loss between my experience of life does not stop at my five senses. And I want the things that I've done to get to this point. I'm not nowhere special. I'm not smart. I'm not fucking intelligent. I ain't none of that shit. People call me that shit. I never do it. I just know where I have come thus far in the grand scheme of things. No fucking where. But when you compare, if you, I don't do it, but if you compare me to your average person, shit, it look like it looked like I done came real far. And I be seeing people feel that way, and I be like, bro, that's not, I mean, intellectually, I guess so, but it's not like it has to be that way. It's only that way because it's just certain shit you don't know. So I give people the shit that I have done, tell them to do it. If you do it intuitively and sensitively, the same understandings I have come to, not out of belief, not because of a religion, not because of philosophy, not because of fucking books and intellectual shit, remembering some shit that I heard another motherfucker say. Oh, he said some shit that made sense and I like it, so I'm gonna go preach that shit to everybody else. No. You will experience the shit for yourself. You will, through your own experience, understand that there is no separation between you and nobody else. You won't have to believe that shit. You will literally, it'll be a living experience for yourself. You can't prove it to nobody else. They will have to go and experience it for themselves. But you will be able to prove it to yourself, which is the only thing that matters in this life. So, hey, but if y'all new and y'all just got on here, I'm finna get ready to post this stream. Soon as I get off here, I'm gonna stop recording and I'm gonna upload this bitch on YouTube. Right now the video is gonna be 47 minutes long. So yeah, but that's all I wanted to get on here and say, man. This conversation about can men get pregnant and man, conversations about all type of shit. Can men get pregnant? Philosophy, intellectual shit, beliefs, pronouns, sexuality, race, religion, all these conversations, I love them because that just shows that regardless of whether people are saying the right thing or the wrong thing, and this shit right here proves that people are seeking, at least they are trying to know more beyond this. And that's the natural progression of humanity. Back in 100 years ago, motherfuckers sounded real fucking ignorant. They still sound ignorant today, but it's a little less ignorant. People are slowly, they're making their way to the same fucking understanding, and they don't know it. Everybody think they're going in different directions, but in all actuality, they are making their way to the same undeniable truths and experiences within themselves. Society is making its way back to, oh my God, I don't want to say it like this, but the spiritual aspect of everything. Because science is spiritual. Spirituality is spiritual. American spirituality, Western shit, please don't think that's what I mean. But all of this shit is tied together. The foundation of religion, before motherfuckers who did not master certain shit took on the positions of master and fucking killed a bunch of people. No. The foundation of science, religion, and spirituality are one and the same. They literally meet. They are three parts of a whole. And society is slowly piecing back together the shit that through, because of its own ignorance, we individually tore apart. Now that shit might take, yes, that shit is gonna take a couple 100,000 years, hundreds of thousands of years for it to bloom into what it's really gonna be. But just even right now, I can see it. You know, everybody want to plant, everybody leaving religion. Some people coming to religion. They talking about, well, what is a man? What is a woman? Who am I? People are asking that question. Who am I? Even if you think you might be tripping because you say, oh, I know who I am. I am a man. I am a woman. I am a black man. I am brown. I am yellow. I am an American. Your identity is still based in material shit. Some aspect of the five senses, okay, but I'm not gonna push you too hard. All right, the fact that you're asking who you are and willing to even pick something that's great. Granted, that's not who you are. None of that shit. You ain't the mind, the body, your race, your religion, your sex, your gender, none of that shit. But I'm not trying to push people that far, but I do talk about it because some people are already at that point and are able to be receptive to that shit, but some people ain't ready for that type of shit, and that's okay. But at least I still look around and I see people having conversations like this. Can a man get pregnant and doing all that other shit? I see them moving progressively in all of us, even the ones that disagree and agree. The whole group, you see a whole group of kids fighting like a motherfucker. They fighting and arguing, but the whole group is seamlessly moving forward. They don't know it though. They just fighting in a forward direction, and it's good. Eventually, you know, they might end up doing a bunch of fuck shit. Like they might end up killing a bunch of themselves or hurting a bunch of other people. God knows what the fuck. But the point is, if they don't completely annihilate themselves in a certain amount of time, then they'll cross a threshold where eventually they will automatically just they'll come to natural understandings, and shit like this won't even be a conversation to have. Because it won't mean a goddamn thing, but you know, in the terms of the well-being of a person. So that's all I'm saying, man. I love y'all, bro. I'm finna get off here. You know, this gonna be the end of the video. If you watching this shit after I streamed it, make sure you like and subscribe to the motherfucking channel. Everybody put spam goat emojis in the comments, bitch, and chicken legs. You feel what I'm talking about? I fixed my audio, so the audio probably sound a lot better. But hey, man, yeah, man, this is not profound conversation. This conversation ain't gonna lead you to happiness. A bitch ain't, money ain't, cars ain't. It's you can pick when you want to start. You can start going within. You can start going within yourself now at a young age or wherever you are in life, or you can distract yourself with money, cars, clothes, bitches, sex, gender, race, religion, all that shit. You can distract yourself for about 60 fucking years, and then probably realize when you're 70, like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna start turning inward now. That's what a lot of people do. They get money and they think their money is everything. Then they turn 80 and they still depressed. Then they start going in. They start walking through nature. They start meditating. They start doing mushrooms, all type of shit. Crazy. You get me? Now you can wait till now you can resist the shit and play dumb, and life gonna make your ass realize, but you gonna be 70 years of time wasted. Or you can start now and get a head start on that shit. I'm 26. I don't believe nothing or disbelieve nothing. I listen to everybody. I hear everything. I truly seek that which I don't know. And if I know I don't know, I can't call nobody wrong. I just look. And then when I look, I tell somebody else to look, and they see the same shit. You know? My eyes ain't never failed me. And neither have these eyes either. So nah. But look, I'm finna go. I love y'all, bro. I love y'all so much. I'm finna drop a new skit on YouTube. If y'all got any skit ideas that y'all want to see on my YouTube and shit, then definitely leave your topic in the comments. Spam all your topics under in the comments under any of my YouTube videos, and I'll do them bitches immediately. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is, cuz.